It's time for a new story about Tabby and Spinky and Charlie. So we'll put on the story hat, and tonight I'm wearing my new Father's Day shirt here. Well, it was Charlie's birthday, and they were having all kinds of fun celebrating it. And when they were in the midst of having their party, a big brown truck drove up in front of their farmhouse, and a man in a brown uniform jumped down and he carried a package up to the door, and he knocked on the door, and he told him he was the UPS driver and that he had a package for them. And so Charlie was all excited because he thought since it was his birthday, the package might be for him. And it was. It was a really neat new thing for Charlie that he had lots of fun with. It was a racetrack for his Hot Wheels cars, and he was really excited to get it. Well, while the UPS driver was delivering the package to the door, Tabby got interested in the UPS truck. Tabby could smell something really good.
I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. Meow, 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 meow. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, salmon is a fish and I like it. Salmon is a fish and I like it. Salmon is a fish and I like it. Please, someone, give me salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. I am a kitty and I can smell some salmon. Meow, 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 meow.
In that truck, Tabby could smell something that smelled like fish, and she jumped up into the truck to investigate and went searching, and she found a big brown paper package that smelled like fresh salmon. And she sniffed and sniffed. While Tabby was busy in the back sniffing, the UPS driver dashed back to the truck and jumped in and roared off, because UPS drivers have to move fast to get all their packages delivered on time. So he drove down the road from the farm and off to make his next delivery. Well, Charlie and but Tabby was still in the truck, and Charlie and his family finished up their party, and they had some leftovers. They had some leftover fried fish that Charlie thought that Tabby would enjoy, and he went looking for Tabby, and he couldn't find Tabby. He called and he called, and Spinky knew where Tabby had gone, and he whined, and so Charlie looked all around, and he asked Mommy if she had seen Tabby and Daddy, and they hadn't seen Tabby in a long time. And they asked Spinky, Spinky, do you know where Tabby is? And Spinky barked, and he went and got the package wrapping the box that the Hot Wheels track had come in, and dragged it to Mommy and Daddy and Charlie, and barked and shook the package around, and looked up at them, and they thought, Tabby can't be in that package or under the package. I wonder what Spinky is thinking about. And they thought some more, and Charlie said, the last time I saw Tabby was when she ran out the front door when the UPS driver delivered the package. And Spinky barked and wagged his tail like he liked what Charlie was saying. And so Spinky ran out the door and ran up and down in front of the house barking, and he ran in the direction that the UPS truck had gone, and then pretty soon he came back because nobody was following him. And Mommy thought, well, maybe Tabby went with the UPS driver. Maybe she got in that truck. And so they went and got on the internet and looked up the telephone number for the UPS office in their town and called the office and said, we're missing a cat, and she disappeared about the time UPS delivered a package, and we just wondered if anybody had found a cat in a UPS truck. And the dispatcher laughed and said, yes, Roger, the driver that comes out your direction, said when he had pulled up to an address in town that a cat jumped out of his truck and ran off, and he was really surprised to see a cat come out of his truck. And Mommy said, well, where was he when the cat jumped out? And the dispatcher said, I don't know, he didn't tell me, but I'll call him and find out. So the dispatcher called Roger's cell phone, and he gave them the address of where he was when the cat jumped out. And so Mommy and Daddy loaded up Spinky and Charlie in their car, and they drove off to that address, and they jumped out. And Spinky ran sniffing around on the ground, and pretty soon he barked. And he started off, and Mommy and Daddy and Charlie followed Spinky, and Spinky went around behind the house, and he looked up in a tree.
I love to climb up in a tree. That's where I can really see. I see the whole world at my feet.
And he began to bark. And Tabby looked out from a branch of the tree and went, meow. And Charlie said, Tabby, you come down here. And Tabby climbed down the tree and came to Charlie.
This is my saddest hour. I'm in a cat carrier now. Meow, meow, meow. Someone come and let me out.
And fortunately, they had brought a cat carrier because usually Tabby didn't like to ride in the car. So they put Tabby in the cat carrier and put her back in their car, and Spinky got in. Spinky liked to ride in the car. And they all drove home, and they had some birthday cake and ice cream, and Charlie gave Tabby the leftover fish, and she was very happy to.
Happy, happy, munchy, crunchy, juicy, yummy fried fish. Happy, happy, munchy, crunchy for the cat. Happy, happy, munchy, crunchy, juicy, yummy fried fish. Happy, happy, munchy, crunchy, I'm so glad.
Get it because she hadn't been able to get into that package and get any of the fresh salmon, which was a good thing because the UPS driver and the people getting that package would have been really mad if Tabby had gotten into it and eaten some of it. So everybody was glad that Tabby had gotten back home safely. And after that, Tabby didn't jump into strange vehicles anymore. And that's the end.
This video was made with lots of love for Stuart and Wally from Granny and Grandpa.